Very, very interesting. Let's open this up. Interesting. This is ugly. Who in their right mind would ever even own that? What is up, watch people? We have another watch that has come in today. A new release from Patek. Either you love it or you hate it. If you know what I'm talking about, keep watching because we're gonna get to take a look at this. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not even going to rate this packaging job because I'm not suited nor esteemed like my brother is to be able to give my professional opinion. I'm not gonna do that, but that's really what's not important about it today. What's important is the piece that's on the inside here. So, you may not know this or not, but this actually does come with the travel case that Patek offers. We've got the booklets right here. Let's pull this baby out and take a look at it. Set this aside. 2 layers here, nicely done. This is interesting. I have a box from Patek right here. Now this is the 5167 1A. This is the stainless steel Aquanaut that has the brown gray dial and then the stainless steel bracelet on it. You can see the box size here on this one is quite a bit larger than what I'm seeing in here. So that's interesting to me because this comes in this blue canvas box. So that's interesting. I was honestly expecting it to come in a wood box. Let's open this up. Interesting. This is my first time seeing this watch. People have loved it or hated it. Okay, we have the 5821 Patek Philippe Cubitus. This is the stainless steel model with the, kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but this is the kind of that olive green dial color. Now this watch comes into 3 different variations. You can get it 2-tone, stainless steel, and rose gold, or you can get the 5822 P, which comes in platinum. When you go to the platinum model, it's not just the time and date function on it. You actually get the moon phase calendar, and then you also get a sub dial that has a seconds hand. So, and then they move the date aperture up to underneath the 12 o'clock instead of taking place of the 3 o'clock indices. So you get a lot of changes there when you go to the platinum model. Now this piece right here retails from Patek for about $38,000, $40,000. On the secondary market right now, people are listing them anywhere between $100,000 to $140,000. That's an absolutely insane markup. Now, do I think that these pieces are moving at $140,000 and people are paying that amount? Absolutely not. And the thing about hype pieces like this, which you really have to be careful, is they come out on the market, everybody wants them because they want to be the first one. Prices are hiked up super high, and then they just drop rapidly. Every single week, we have seen this model drop at least $10,000 or $15,000. And so right now, they're fetching anywhere between $75,000 and $100,000 on that secondary market. So we're honestly not in the market to hold on to this piece and stock it just because of how the price is dropping. So what we did, coordinated to actually line up a buyer ahead of time so that way we can secure our profit in this watch without holding on to it and risking potentially losing tens of thousands of dollars in it. So on pieces like this, that's our protocol. This one obviously was not as a hype piece, but the Cubitus being the hype one, that's the reason why we moved it. Let's talk about the watch as I just handle it. Now, despite the general public's response to this design, whether or not you love it or hate it, I think we can still appreciate the craftsmanship of Patek Philippe and what they do and what they offer. Obviously, a long history of watchmaking, one of the holy trinity watchmakers. I'm going to try it on because I think it's really important to see how it looks on the wrist, because that 45 millimeter dial size, that's a pretty big size. This isn't size to me, but let me just kind of get an idea here. Now, if you've worn a Cartier Santos before, which I don't have one in stock at the moment, there's a similar look and feel to the watch in terms of the height of the case. Now this one I think is 9.6, 9.7 millimeters. If you know the dimensions, put them in the comments down below so that everybody can kind of have an idea about it. Know that is 45 millimeters across, I believe 9.7 or 9.8 in height. And so you've got a very slim fitting profile watch. It still goes under the cuff very easily. But on the wrist, it actually, man, it feels really, really good. And it looks very, very good. I'm a 6 3/4 size inch wrist, so it's probably about the average size man's wrist. I'm 6'1", 185 pounds. So, I mean, that just kind of gives you an idea of, the fit and look. And I'll even do a side-by-side of this with the Aquanaut on my wrist side by side so you can get an idea there. Now, me personally, my style, like I love the Santos. I love that mid-century look of the watch. When I look at this Cubitus, I'm not the least bit like, oh my gosh, I would never wear that. Oh, this is ugly. Who can in their right mind would ever even own that? Now, would I want to pay the premium that it's fetching right now in the secondary market? Probably not. But if I got offered this piece from Patek and I wanted to pay retail, I think that I would very much enjoy that offering. Let me throw the Aquanaut on and let's just take a look here. Yes, the Aquanaut, I mean, obviously it's more rounded like the Nautilus. It has a similar feel. This bracelet doesn't taper like the Cubitus. Both watches, they feel very similar in weight and presence on the wrist. I don't feel like this is all that much smaller than the Cubitus. So the size of the case on the Cubitus, I feel like they could have tapered it down a little bit more. Those sides really are fairly prominent, but it's a cool looking piece. Now, in this, again, like I said, in the secondary market, you've got the Cubitus fetching anywhere between $75,000 to $100,000. You've got the Aquanaut fetching anywhere between $55,000 and $65,000. So if you had to choose between either one of these, considering price, right? Considering the markup of both pieces, these are very different Pateks. You have a very round-bodied Patek watch, and you have obviously the very square-bodied one. So let us know in the comments below, is it a clear winner for you? Are you factoring in the whole package of what's offered here between this box and that box? What's your opinion? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're interested in having AlphaCrown buy, sell, trade, consign, or source your next timepiece, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll be in touch.